You got to love his passion and his opinions. Not afraid, Eric Wynalda, U.S. National Soccer Hall of Famer, and he hosts Wynalda Talks Football on Sirius XM FC. He played for 3 World Cup teams and retired from national play in 2000, and he was the all-time leading scorer in American history with 34 goals. Are you still the all-time leading scorer?
Hell no. They passed me up a long time ago. That's okay. I think I'm like 5th or 6th.
Okay. But you don't hold a grudge or anything, do you?
Of course not. Of course not. Records are meant to be broken. That's how that works.
Explain to me the talent. Now, the number of World Cup teams you were on, but if we're looking at the talent that we have, let's say offensive firepower, how different is this team than teams in the last 25, 30 years?
Yeah, it's kind of the debate, Dan. I mean, like the biggest thing that we got right now is the reality of we have just more players. I mean, when somebody comes at me and says, "Hey, we're so much better," we are a lot better. It's a much better team. It's just more good players. I mean, no one's going to be able to convince me that any of these guys are better than Tab Ramos. He's still the best player we've ever had. But when you have 6 or 7 guys that can do it, and the rest are not up to speed, you get knocked out of the tournament. That's why this is a different group. I think we're about 18, 19 players deep. So that's a different deal.
Yeah, but we're used to winning. Like, we win championships. It's, you
Right.
know, we got this jingoism and patriotism and all of that. But when it comes to the U.S. soccer, our expectations have to be tempered. How much should they be tempered this year?
Well, I mean, there's a couple of things that are kind of coming together at the same time, which is great. Obviously, playing at home, I know what that will do to you. It'll bring your adrenaline level up. It'll make you a better player if you're ready for it. I mean, that's the thing. It's everybody goes, well, playing at home is such a great advantage. Well, not if you're not ready for it. If it scares you or it makes you nervous, or if you're putting your hand on your heart and looking at that flag saying, "Don't screw up, don't screw up." Yeah, that's a different deal. Our guys aren't like that. I think, when you look at how far we've come and you look at the guys at where they play and the experiences that they've gathered over the years, and even the last World Cup, they're ready for this moment. They're playing in big clubs. Nothing is going to scare them. And I look at the whole tournament and I look at every single, opposition that we could potentially have. There's nobody we're afraid of anymore. There's nobody that we go on the field and say, "Well, let's give it a good go. We're probably going to lose." I don't think these guys think that way, and that's the difference.
Is there a team the United States can't beat, in your opinion?
Well, I heard this from Tim Howard the other day, and I had to take a shot at him. He said, winning the World Cup is impossible. Nothing is impossible, Tim. And when you look at the teams that, some of the guys you were mentioning earlier in the program, the Mbappes of the world, right? Messi, if he even lasts that long, let's see how that goes. Erling Haaland is a handful, but his team might let him down. Erling Haaland's kind of in a spot of, he's great, but, is his team going to hold up? And we're going to see him in the latter stages. I think France and Spain scare everybody, but if you're looking at that as a challenge, I really want to play those guys. That's a different thing. Brazil is kind of up and down. That's always the way they are. But it's those 3 really that I think. Germany, we've already just played them, and we know we didn't have a great game, and we lost in the end. But talent level, team, chemistry, culture, all those things weigh in, Dan. Our team is ready for this. I said 6 weeks ago, I think I said it 6 months ago. I thought we had a chance to get to the semifinals. People call me crazy. I'm going to still hold true to that. I think this team can go very far in this competition.
Maybe a testament to what you're talking about, the depth of this team. You have the luxury to let Christian Pulisic rest and recover, where I don't know if he would have maybe been forced into action if you don't have this depth.
That's a great point, man. I'll tell you, you have to have a little good fortune or the good luck, if you will, in this competition if you're going to go far, right? The good fortune that we just had was that we didn't need to play Christian Pulisic against Australia because of the way they play. We needed 2 forwards on the field, and if we play with 2 forwards, he's not one of them. We got to play with a true 10, and we didn't need him on the field, and thus we got to rest him. So we didn't have to potentially get him even more hurt than he already is. So That's the kind of luck you need when you want to go far in this competition. And what a luxury that is, right? To have our best player sitting out and we're still winning games with the opportunity to progress. So, I mean, it's a different thing, man. We joke about it all the time, right? You always said to me, he goes, "Well, I guess I'll talk to you in 4 years. We'll have breakfast at the next World Cup." And that's here we are. But it is a different World Cup. This is so different than anything we've experienced because our team is good. Because of the realities of 48 teams, it means the permutations are going to be different. We might have a different entry point playing against Bosnia Herzegovina. No one thinks we're going to lose to them. And we're probably going to progress further than we've ever gone in a competition. I just hope that our support and the fans can get behind us.
Eric Wynalda, U.S. National Soccer Hall of Famer, no longer the all-time leading scorer in American history. Does tonight matter? And if so, how does it matter?
I think it's momentum. That's the other thing you got to have in this competition. I think it was a great advantage to be up 2-0 against Australia, resting Christian Pulisic, and then have a scenario where our coach could let some guys touch grass. That's what I say. Because what you don't want is to get further into the competition, right? And you've only played a certain set of guys, and now you're like, oh, here it is. This is your chance. And if it's around to 16, and this is the first time you get to play, you have a feel for the competition. So we'll see some guys that need to play, need to get the vibe of the World Cup, need to get those nerves out of the way. I thought Austin Trusty and Joe Scally were a pretty good indicator that these are guys we'll probably see today. But of course it matters. All these games matter. We're done with the realities of, hey, let's just back into the next round of the competition. That's Turkey. They're not better than us. Let's go beat them and get more people excited about this deal.
How would you describe Messi's playing style if somebody hasn't seen him?
Sleep and sprint. I'm going to stand around and wait for to get the ball. It'd be just a lightning rod. It's so bizarre in the modern game to still see somebody with those kind of luxuries, but man, it's beautiful. I mean, if somebody said, "How do you defend this guy?" My description was, "Have you ever tried to kill an ant with the point of a pencil?" All I know is the more you try, the faster he gets, and then you end up with a broken pencil. That's what it's like. It's impossible.
Yeah, and I love watching like the overhead where you can kind of see where he is to where the ball is, and
Right.
somehow he's going to figure this. I mean, Gretzky did this, and
Yeah.
and Messi is so good at, and they're very similar because you look at them and you go, how is that guy the best
Right.
player on the field or best player on the ice? But it's all about angles. I
Yeah.
talk about angles in all of sports, certainly basketball, certainly hockey, and certainly soccer. He just seems to know that's going to be there, that's going to be there, I'm going
Yeah.
to be right here, and then boom, he's so quick. Reaction time is it's like a guy who's a really good second jumper in basketball. Like he'll get back up really quick.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just strikes me as he's so dart-like.
So I'm glad you brought up Gretzky. I was lucky. I'm from Westlake Village, California. Wayne used to live out there. I got to watch Champions League games with him at a place called Galetto's, which is no longer there. He's hilarious, man. At one point, he said, "Why don't they just take out the goalkeeper and go for it?" I go, "No, it doesn't, Wayne. That doesn't work in soccer. But you
You
don't do
can't
that."
pull the goalie.
Yeah, but to your point, though, Messi scans. That's what we call it. He's constantly surveying what's around him. And he somehow knows what the picture behind him looks like before he even gets the ball. Gretzky didn't really have that option. He was playing in a phone booth, and so he had the glass against him. But you're right. It's all about angles. He was looking at where their feet were so that he could get in his office behind the goal and just hit it off their skates. And that's how they were, or just find Yari Curry's stick or Luke Robitaille, and all you have to do is put the stick out and he'll find it. Gretzky's, I think, even in a better category, but Messi's ability to understand the game and the moving pictures and know what the next frame's going to look like is why he's a genius. And once he gets the ball and he wrong foots you, and you know he's going to his left, but you still buy into it, and you as soon as your left foot hits the ground, you realize, oh God, he's going to go right past me. and he just does it with such ease. It's a beautiful thing to watch if you're a soccer purist.
Give me the player that we'll be talking about in 20 years,
Oh, in
like
20
Messi.
years. Wow, man, it's going to be this kid, Lamine Yamal. I mean, it's special. This kid is really good, and we know the story. We had Messi holding the baby, kissing him, and basically passing that energy on to him. And he's in a different era, obviously. He's got a lot of stuff going on in his life that could throw him off or derail him, and I hope that doesn't happen. But on pure talent, he's incredible. This kid, Michael Olise, will probably be one of those great players that we talk about maybe 20 years from now. But very, very seldom do you see somebody who has the ability to transcend the sport. This Lamine Yamal kid might be it.
How's Fox's coverage, in your opinion?
It's pretty. It looked good on paper. Let's and then they actually turned the cameras on, and it got a little silly. I mean, I love Zlatan, man. I love that guy. But I think this is there's only a couple people I'm already tired of. He's one of them. And Beckham, man, come on, how many commercials can you make? Bank of America, build it like Beckham. I mean, it's getting a little
Do you
wild.
think Beckham has been to a Home Depot, Eric?
No, I do not, and I don't think he has a beehive in his backyard either. But I do think that we need to get to a point where it's Alexi's is trying to hang in there, and it's tough. I mean, stop starting to fight with that guy. He's going to win, and in real life and in his own mind. I'll tell you this before you let me go. Zlatan once asked me. He said, "My friend says you're a good player." I said, "Yes." And he says, "But you're not great." And I said, "But it's tough to be great all the time, Zlatan. So I want to thank you for your greatness, for making you, because you've created a lot of goodness. So players like me needed to play against greatness and have great moments. So thank you." And he really liked that answer. That's how you get along with that guy.
Oh, yeah, you got to compliment him first
Oh yeah,
and let Zlatan speak in third person, too.
right.
It, him,
It's
I've
really
been.
quite fantastic. I look, I think it's tough. I think they tried to put that group together to give you every angle: a Dutch guy, a Mexican guy, a Spanish guy, a Swedish guy, the French guy. I mean, we've got every angle. But the coverage has been, let's just say, a little bit all over the place. But I'm watching the games. And then to be honest with you, sometimes I even watch those in Spanish. So I'm working on that too.
I didn't take a hydration break during this interview, Eric, but I will now.
Oh yeah. I don't know how you feel about that. Man, I would have loved one, to be honest with you, at Pasadena when it was 120 degrees on the field. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
I do think it's a money grab. I do think they're utilizing it for commercials. I don't think there's a lot of coaching happening in those moments, but FIFA's FIFA's getting a lot of things wrong and a lot of things right. But this has been a spectacular World Cup thus far. So I'm trying not to complain about stuff like that.
I'll talk to you in 4 years.
You got it. It was great to see you.
Eric Wynalda, U.S. National Soccer Hall of Famer, and Wynalda talks football on Sirius XM FC. Played for 3 World Cup teams. He's always fun and always got opinions, strong opinions. I appreciate that.